Today's episode of Python Papi. We're back inside our smart contracts project. Let's have a look at what we're going to be going over today. And today we're going to be going over some light reading. Yesterday we did a remix IDE. I showed you some integer division. So now we're going to pick up with some reading and I'll pick up where we left off from yesterday. So now that we've gone through all the math, we have our function get ETH to USD rate set up. We can finally go back into our contract and convert the message.value, the amount of ETH that was sent to us, into USD, and compare it against our minimum USD value that we set for our small contract. So now instead of saying the message.value must be greater than or equal to 1 ETH, we will say that the value needs to be greater than the USD value. So we'll say something like this. That the USD value, which is going to be our store, it's going to be an integer or unsigned integer, 256. We're going to set that equal to self.get ETH to USD rate. We're going to pass in a parameter of message.value. Now get the USD value of the message that value sent in. This is going to get the value of the ETH that is sent to us. It's going to convert it into a dollar amount, and we're going to store that in this store here, USD value. So here we're going to pass in the message value, right here, message.value, into the get ETH to USD rate function. It's going to take the message value as the input parameter ETH amount. Like I said, it's the ETH amount that we sent to our contract. And then we're going to convert it to the dollar amount with this function, get ETH to USD rate. And then we're going to store that in the USD value. Now we're allowed to call the get ETH to USD rate again because it is an internal function. So we can call it as many times as we need to because we're calling it from inside the contract. Now remember, even though it is also a view function, it's still going to cost gas because it is going to be called in a transaction. What transaction? We're getting our ETH amount, we're converting it to the dollar amount, and we're storing it. So that's the transaction that's taking place. That's why it's going to cost gas. But then we're going to take the USD value of ETH, and instead of comparing it like this, message.value greater than or equal to the as weight value of 1 Ether, we're going to say the USD value of ETH must be greater than or equal to the self.minimum USD, which looks like this, the self.minimum USD, which we set to $5. So this is what our contract looks like now. Let's scroll down so I can show you. Let me find a section where we actually do that. So you can see here, we are certain that the message.value is going to be greater than or equal to the self.minimum USD. If it isn't, we're going to get the error message here. You must spend more ETH. So we're saying here, this amount needs to be greater than or equal than $5. You can see here, that's what we set it at. Minimum USD equals $5. So that's where we're at with our small contract now. So yep, we are up to speed and we are moving right along. I think tomorrow we're back inside of our remix IDE. But of course, I will keep you posted every step of the way. For now, it's the Python Papi. You guys stay Gucci.